Touch up.
These shots from Matias, and now Matias starting to let his hands go. Matias though into the body, and there you see blood pouring all over the face of Ananian, just as he thought he was going upstairs, and another one up continues back to the body, and a huge left hook. You could just see the body language on Ananian, and Ananian is really succumbing to a lot of these shots. Followed by the straight right hand, just looked absolutely tremendous, and there's a big left hook. Will continue, and that is the end of the round, and the fight is all over as he gets redemption. There was that big left hook round. There was multiple times where it just looked like he was going to go continuing on, like they were going to proceed to that 10th round. But this one was the
t-shirt wearing and everything else. I'm curious. So yeah, what's up? Salute, guys. Thank you for tuning in. On your way in, can you give the video a like?
90% of their fighters are orthodox.
So we're gonna
Putting them through their paces, him and obviously Justin Frost. So
12 knockouts in 19 wins. Terry's best 3 performances. Mightn't be
this is
best 3.
Ed Hearns talking about
good
you know what he thinks.
Catching the mark.
Next time, it has to be a point.
It has to be.
Wrestles and clashes. And
you can't hear me? You can't hear me?
Get the feeling, Liam,
or you could hear me?
Started to the head, finished to the body.
He just dropped him there with a not want to eat another one of them.
Use any power shot he's got.
Yeah, I turned down the fight video. I'm not sure if I could broadcast this or if they would allow me to, you know, I think I can. I mean, you could watch it. It's free on YouTube. They're showing it, so I think I can. You can hear me now? Yeah, I turned down the volume on the Ed Hearns here talking. We don't really need to listen to his ass. So, yeah, I just wanted to see, you know, the weigh-ins and stuff, and check in with you guys and get in on what Devin Haney looks like and what Ryan Garcia looks like. I want to see that. 100, good. What up? What up, baby? Yay! What's up, Juan? How you doing? Chilling, baby. Doing my thing here at Round One Sports Talk. You know what I mean? Let's show it real quick. Let's show it. That's how we do. Oh, and we getting the sweaters and the t-shirts going. Don't worry. I'm gonna step my game up. I know y'all been asking me for merch and stuff. I'm gonna get it going. But yeah, this is a big fight here coming up here. Ryan Garcia. You know, this is one of the big fights. And I can't wait to see physically what both fighters look like. You know, all the shit talking aside is out of the way. We're here now, you know, and the title's on the line, WBC. So at the 140, so this is going to answer a lot of questions. It's on YouTube. It's on the Zone. Yes, yes. You can look it up on YouTube. The live stream is actually going on right now. Apparently, you know, they're running a little late. Some of the divas, I think it's Devin Haney running late. I don't know. One of them are. So they're filling in some time because, you know, in the weigh-in, the fighters are supposed to just come out. Wait a minute. What if one of them needed more time to cut weight? And one of them feel like they can't. And okay, here's the rules. Here's the rules on a fight weighing in. Okay. When you go to weigh in on a fight, on a regular fight, you get one shot to make weight. That's it. Behind the scenes, you, your coaches, and all, y'all got your own scale. So your scale better not be off from their scale. The day before, y'all got to be on the same page on the scales. They allowed you to do that. So you keep cutting weight until you feel like you got there, that you're confident that you're going to go out there and make weight. Okay? That's how it goes. You only get one shot. But in a title shot, the champion gets 2 shots to make weight. If you didn't know this, okay? So if he fails the first time to make weight, he gets X amount of hours to try to cut an additional, or some, in some cases, the coach, right, will make a decision whether, to shoot for it. If they're off by like 6-7 pounds, the coach might say, son, you're gonna lose weight, you're gonna miss. That's a lot of weight. Well, okay, realistically, if he's like 4 pounds, 3 pounds, and they only got like 2 hours, he's gonna be like, yo, you ain't gonna make it, stop cutting weight. There's no need to kill yourself, just take the hit for the amount of pounds. And that's a lot of money right there. Depending on what was said in the contract and the stipulations on the penalties, what it was. For instance, when Mayweather came back after 2 years away from the sport, right? And he fought Marquez, right? He came in what was it? Well, uh it was 2 pounds overweight, I think, and um he paid $250,000 or something like that. No, I think it was $300,000. He paid $150,000 in penalty per pound. That's some outrageous amount. But now that is due based on his purse amount. Mayweather was fighting for millions, so it sounds high. If you're not fighting for that much money, of course your penalty is not going to be that expensive. Now, it was rumored that somebody was saying it was 500,000 K per pound. I'm not sure if that's true or not, so I'm not gonna co-sign that because I didn't look that up, right? So I don't know what it is. So if you know that, throw that in the chat for me real quick. You know what I mean? What you're saying right there, Ryan didn't make weight. One what? Half a pound. He over 1 million and a half. Nuh-uh. What? He missed weight. Nah, don't say that. No, don't do that. Hey, he didn't miss weight yet. Hold on. Did he miss it or you just saying that? I'm gonna get you one of these badass sweaters right here. Yo, hold on. Am I back? Nah, come on. Ryan didn't make weight. 143 and a half pounds. He owes 1 million and a half. Bill said Ryan's no. What? He did 100. No! Nah, Ryan. Don't tell me Ryan was showing off his abs and he was in New York bragging and had an update 30 days out from the fight of how his weight was coming along great. He was in the club night before drinking alcohol. You're not going to sit here and tell me that I'm about to witness him miss weight like that. After he's on you seen him in the high rise with his shirt off, stretching his abs, and I was laughing because they looked like his abs was painted on, like they did. Yo, but I didn't want to crush homeboy, right? Yo, don't tell me he misses weight. No, don't do this right now. Nah, no, you gotta be shitting me. Come on, live to stream. They see, man, I got up thinking that it was gonna be at the time. They done got me. Y'all done seen this live on TV already. I'm probably getting the backlash. Yo, I got like the. Why didn't I just go to my fucking um ESPN account and watch it? Why did I have to wait for the YouTube? I counted on YouTube and then it let me down. No, no. Okay, we gotta go check these facts. We have to go document. Not that I don't believe everyone out there, but my credibility is on the line here, and I must do my own research. So, indeed, I am going to my ESPN account. Oh, no, sir, bro. Say it isn't so. Now I'm concerned. I'm going to give you guys my opinion on that one real quick. We're going to talk real fast here. Hmm. If everything it is says what it is. And I don't doubt it. I don't doubt you guys. That's what I got you guys for. You guys are my aces in the hole. You know what I mean? Especially where the information's coming from. I don't even doubt it. But the thing is that, yeah, you do have to see something for yourself. What's up, babe? I think it's downstairs, honey. So, yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's all that is. It's like when somebody tells you something, you know it's already true, right? But you still got to look for it, right? That's crazy. That is fucking crazy. All right, I guess on the YouTube channel or whatever, I don't want to like miss it from here. At least I'm like right here at least. Apparently they're going to start to be coming out now. Well, now that I already know the news and I haven't seen it, but I'm pretty sure about it now. Um, wow. It's all over YouTube, bro. Yeah. I was busy this morning looking up the sweatshirts and stuff and how my brother in fact did these ones, and I could see why these ones look so good because how much money he paid for them. He actually went out and bought his own sweatshirts because he did when he went to the place to make them or whatever. He saw there's he was like, man, them some Walmart sweat. He was like, man, nah. He says, I'll buy my own and I'll bring them to you. And that's what he did. So I was just looking up things and I wanted to keep, and I'm looking up investing other ways of making them myself and shit. So my money was occupied. And I was also putting in for credentials on the fight for media coverage. So I saw this on YouTube. It said, the zone 2 o'clock weigh in. And I was like, wow, that's pretty late for a weigh-in, right? I was like, and I thought none of it. I was like, okay, boom. So here I am. Now you guys are letting me know this, and this is concerning in a lot of ways because um it speaks to Ryan's dedication to the game. And when a lot of people said he was taking this fight for a paycheck and that he's just trying to build off of his name, they made a lot of assumptions and accusations at Devin Haney not selling with Regis Progress. And the base of this was all based on the fact that Ryan sold with Tank Davis. Well, I said, in fact, that was Tank Davis's card. And the person that carried that night was Tank Davis. It wasn't Ryan Garcia. And I always felt that his social media following does not, just because he has a big following on social media, it doesn't translate well over into ticket sales in boxing. For the fight before Tank Davis, they were selling the tickets at $25 a piece, and they didn't fill and they didn't sell out. At the end, at the last minute, they cut the prices down, right? Okay. So coming into this fight right here, this is arguably his biggest fight, right? And he convinced these guys to give him the A side money, meaning Devin Haney bent over backwards again just to shut everybody up. He said, "You know what? Is that's what it's going to take for you to fight me? Then take the A side." And look how unprofessional Ryan Garcia is acting, being awarded the A side in a fight that he is not the champion. He is the challenger. Devin Haney is coming in this fight, the 140-pound WBC champion of the world, and he is the B side, meaning Ryan Garcia makes more money tomorrow night than Devin Haney. How's that possible? And the reason why someone would take a fight like that is because they convinced him that his ticket sales weren't higher than Ryan Garcia's. And that being said, he was awarded everything. He's been criticized for a lot. You would think the one thing you would want to do is make weight to show your professionalism this high in the sport. He wasn't off by 1 pound, 2 pounds, 3 pounds and a half. Bro, men have been kicked out of countries for 5 pounds. Luis Pantera Nares, kicked out of Japan, banned for life for coming in 5 pounds overweight. For life. That man can't eat. He can't make money. The best fights in the world sometimes are in Japan, overseas, over on that side. That would be cutting off more than half of his revenue for 5 pounds. And Ryan Garcia got awarded everything. And this is how he shows his fans. This is how he shows up to the biggest fight of his life. That speaks volumes. Yo, Devin Haney and they're all they're like, they are happy and pissed off at the exact same time. It shows a level of unprofessionalism, right? And it also shows that an excuse for Ryan Garcia. When he gets his ass kicked, he could say, "You know what? My heart wasn't in it. I wasn't going to win the belt anyway." What if he goes out there and knocks out Devin Haney? For what? He can't win the belt. When you come into a championship fight overweight, you're disqualified from the belt. So basically tonight you're fighting for, the money, your pride. You can't back out at this level. There's too much money on the line. Your career would be over. People already got hotels. People are in the building. People flew in from out of town. People are still flying in. People put gambling bets on websites. If he was to pull out of this fight right here, he would never fight in another big event like this again in his life. He might as well pack it up. So, being put in that corner, what's he fighting for? He owes over 1.5 million in fines now, right? And it seems like he's already got his excuse that he wasn't going to win the belt. Yo, that's not professionalism. That's not for him missing weight like that alone. There's gonna be people that are gonna take him serious. Depending now on his performance, there's a thing where athletes in sports have had this magical eraser, and they have been able to erase moments in time in sports. For example, okay, when the New England Patriots were come losing, right, that game, right, and Seattle Hawks um tight end made that catch, and they were at that 1 yard line, and they had overturned the play on the Patriots and everything, right? The Patriots took out a eraser, and they erased all that. All the hard work that the Seattle and all those plays that they made, Um, Tom Brady and the Patriots took all that out of the history books by intercepting that ball. When he was playing in the Super Bowl and he was down in Atlanta, he was down 28-3. All that kick ass offense that Atlanta put up, those were all highlights on their highlight reel. They erased all that by coming back and winning in the game. They don't talk about Atlanta's offense and how all those, no, because now history was rewritten. And Ryan Garcia can go in that ring and he can rewrite history. He can actually erase those 3 pounds, but it's going to come with some controversy. But he still could erase them. If he was to come out and just like completely blow our minds and his powers was to come up, I did remember seeing an interview with Tank Davis when Tank Davis said, in fact, Ryan Garcia was probably the hardest puncher he ever fought against. He said secretly, he was like, yo, no cap. He was like, Ryan Garcia hits hard, bro. And the dude said, you think he's probably the hardest puncher you ever been in with? And he was like, facts. He was like, yeah. So I was like, okay, okay. Well, let's see if he can catch up to Devin Haney. But I'm trying to tell you now, worst case scenario in this whole fucking debacle here, right? Let's say he goes out there and gets wiped down and misses the 3 pounds. Career might be over with. It might be over with. I don't think he'll get headline another major fight unless he does something about it. 1.5 million because he, oh, he shook his hand, according to Bill Haney. That's a lot of fighters say a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? Fucking Jake, wasn't Jake Paul one of them supposed to get a tattoo on his face or fucking pay up all this money? Well, remember Bumblebee, right? He got knocked out. He was on stage, you know, talking shit to Homeboy, and he was like, "Yo, $50,000, 50,000, you don't knock me out." Homeboy knocked him out, right? You know, and he told him, "Yo, I know we talk shit. Go have a Christmas. Don't worry about the bet." And Beehive was still trying to like, I want a rematch, bro. You got brutally knocked out. Just shut up and be humble, right? You know, um, some of these guys ain't gonna honor those kind of bets and shit behind the scenes. You could call them out later on it, but fuck the bet or anything. Just him missing weight shows a level of unprofessionalism for the sport of boxing. You have to maintain, that's why I said, and look at me, I was like thinking about Devin Haney, and Devin Haney was keeping everything to himself, being a professional. If Devin Haney may wait, that speaks to his professionalism as an athlete. He shows up, he's doing his job. What he gains afterwards, no. What's important is on weigh-in. Now, after the weigh-in, the fighters they cut weight, uh their camp, their nutritionists, the people they work with, they know what they're doing, right? After that, you see them hand them a bottle quick. They start drinking. They want to get electrolytes back in their body, liquids, vitamins and such nature, right? Okay. You have about 36 hours from the time you make weight to the time of fight night. You have about 36 hours. So you have a little over a day to replenish, because when they used to rush the fighters in, like, make it like fight night and then rush them in on the next night on 8 o'clock, you didn't give the body enough time to replenish. And being the fact that your brain is the first organ that loses all its water, and it's the last organ to receive water. So while you're dehydrated, sucking all the water out, and then you're hydrating, it's going to take a while so that your brain gets the proper water and vitamins back in it, because we talked about this. That's how you get knocked out. If you're dehydrated, the suction in between your brain is wider. That's why it's harder to knock out fat boys because they're always plenished. They could take a shot, you know. Um, so that's the process. So that's what you're looking to do. So it's basically 36 hours from the time they make weight to the time they enter the ring. And by that time you should be all right. If anything is going wrong, usually by midday you would know. Like if your kidneys or your liver, some shit started failing you. Unfortunately, some people, some teams are real young and trying to cut weight, and it's dangerous. It's dangerous and it could cause a problem. So this is definitely a red flag for me. This is a red flag, and it speaks to Ryan's level of dedication. Him and his team have a goal, and everyone knows what you should be weighing the week of fight night. You should be at a certain weight. This is all calculated. It's a process. It's not that he shows up one day and just tries to cut off all this amount of weight. No, you have to be within a certain range already. Attempting to cut the rest of the weight, whatever that is. And that's your team working with you throughout the years and experience, and they know. So at some point, somebody's math was off, or someone wasn't doing what they needed to be doing, and they happen to be in parties and clubs like reported, rather than taking the biggest fight of his life this serious. Kid, a world title fight is not given to every man and woman. They don't come along every day. And when your number is called, you're going to look back and reflect when you get older at the opportunities that were given to this young man. And how many opportunities is he going to piss away? We know that he came up short, Ryan Garcia. Short notice, he blamed it on the fact that he was dehydrated, right? And that, they had the weight claw for 10 pounds and whatnot. Well, in fact, he doesn't have a weight claw on him, but he can't even make weight now. Okay? So, look, at a higher weight, at a higher weight. So, this is not good, right? And being the fact that I've already stated this, right? That I thought that this fight for Devin Haney, although they're making it seem like Ryan's this worthy opponent, I really didn't think he deserved this fight from Rip, right? I didn't think he earned it. I didn't think he established himself at 140. He goes up one, no. Um, and as a champion, you have to be careful, young Devin Haney. You keep fighting these lackluster guys, and you fight these guys that you're clearly outskilling them. Eventually, your skill level is going to drop because you're no longer fighting the top competition that is pushing you in the ring to always get better. You're starting a pattern where you're working really hard in the gym, but the fight is not living up to what you're training. Eventually, you're going to feel like you can cut off the training because you're just that much better than everyone else until you get a rude awakening. Because Devin Haney, your competition, is not up there. But you seem to have everyone else fooled that you are a true 140 pounder. I'm not convinced. I understand that you are a skilled fighter, but I also think Devin Haney needs to acclimate to the division. He needs to show that he can fight some of the top 140 pounders. I've said this time and time again. Subriel Matias is the only 140 pounder that has cleaned out the division as a true 140 pounder. There is no other champion there. Teofimo's claim to fame, beating a one belt Josh Taylor. I told you that. I don't care if once upon a time he was the undisputed champion. Coming into the Teofimo Lopez fight, he only had one belt, the WBO, and that's all you're getting credit for. I'm not giving you credit for once upon a time shit, some fantasy island. You only got one belt out of the deal, so that's what you're getting credit for. And Isa Pitbull Cruz, although newly acquired WBA champion, I think that little Mexican is daring. And I think He's like the type of man that is screaming, bro. If I was your height and I had your size, I would be dominant, right? He's like a little dude, right? But his spirit is like a dude from 6'4", right? Esau Pitbull Cruz. I think he got balls. And if it was up to him, I think he would really fight Subriel Matias. I think that little Mexican is just that much crazy. Teofimo Lopez, lower your skirt, brother, because we're almost seeing your sunshine, right? Because I know you're not gonna fight Subriel Matias, right? Devin Haney, eventually I would like to see him fight him. I just need Devin Haney to get a little bit better experience from 140 pounders than what he's been fighting lately. Regis Progress. Come on, man. He couldn't even get next to him. And now Ryan Garcia? That's not good competition. And then you're barking like you're the strongest dog in the yard. Listen, I know Devin Haney's a real live dog, and I know he has skill, but I just would like Devin Haney to fight those fights. What Devin Haney seems to be fighting lately are names. Are names, not worthy opponents. You understand? There's a difference there. So I would really like to see him fight, you know, Pedro Ananya, Jukenbai, Ponce, top guys. Let me see what Devin looks like against them. If I could see that, because granted, for what Devin has, his skill wise, yeah, the young man is very talented. He's one of the most talented boxers we have today. Yes, yes, he is. But he is also moving up into a new weight division, and he has not fought really anyone. You want me to give him credit for going to wipe down Ryan Garcia that didn't make weight just now, right? And you want me to take his competition seriously, but rank him as a real 140 pounder just because he has the belt. Listen, I've seen people cherry pick fights before. I've seen that before. I've seen champions fight tomato cans. I've seen that before. And I've seen them come back to me and try to feed me that like the guy he fought was this top notch quality opponent. Yeah, I've seen that. No, you're not gonna run that by me. Not here, not at Round One Sports Talk. Oh hell no, right? So who's Subriel Matias fighting? Oh, Subriel Matias fighting the WBO Global Champion, Liam Paro. What's his record? Oh, he's undefeated. He's undefeated. There's no tomato can, right? Top quality opponents. Top quality opponents. Liam Paro is a real live dog. And I'm going to tell you right now, Liam Paro was scheduled to fight Regis Progress once upon a time due to injury. I believe it was a tear in his muscle in his leg, right? So they were going to fight at once upon a time. I like to see how that fight would have played out, right? But I really think Liam Paro would give Ryan Garcia the fight of his life, if not beat Ryan Garcia. So that just goes to speak on the level of competition that each champion is taking. I don't even know the guy's name that Teofimo Lopez is fighting out in Honduras. Now, newly acquired champion, WBC champion Isa Pepo Cruz, right now does not have a fight scheduled because he just won his bout, which is good, which makes him available. The only hiccup in that equation is that he is signed with the PBC. And the PBC likes to fight in-house fights. They don't like to work with other promotional companies. But since 2023, we had this explosion of belts where a lot of, you know, organizations and champions are seeing that it's profitable to put these kind of fights together. Okay? Um, you know, no sooner that we get out of this April and we enter May, we're gonna have a great month of boxing in May. Heading off, we're gonna have Saul Canelo Alvarez coming into that fight against Jaime Munguia. Jaime Munguia is a real live dog in this fight. I think experience wise, he's outgunned, but kudos to Munguia. Someone's got to fight Saul Canelo Alvarez, and until Saul picks an opponent that he knows he can beat, he's not gonna take the fight. We see what kind of shit he's been on lately. But it's still going to stand to be an interesting fight. The belts will be on the line. And if Jaime Munguia can strip those belts from Canelo Alvarez, they might be light at the 168-pound division. Okay? So let's see what happens there. Um, and then as well, we have the Japanese superstar Naoya Inoue. He's putting up all four of his belts on the line against Luis Pantera Nares, where Mexico is also making an attempt to capture four titles. This is a big fight for Luis Pantera Nares. So big, in fact, and this is what I talk about. When men get called and you get that kind of phone call where they offer you four belts, bro, that you don't, that opportunity doesn't come every day. And Luis Pantera Nares was that guy that missed weight by 5 pounds, right? So he has that stigma on him, okay? And which he got banned out of Japan for. Ryan Garcia misses 3.5 pounds now. You see, so look at the penalties that just missing weight can affect a fighter's career. That's not something you want to play around with, right? And then just giving up money on your purse. It's ridiculous. Missing weight. That's so unprofessional. That's a black eye right there on your record. You know that, right? You're going down in history with that. Oh, that is so bad. So, we got him on May 6th. He's coming into his bout May 18th. Tyson Fury, Usyk, all four belts on the line there as well. We have a lot of good fights in June as well. June 1st, we have some fights. Bia Matias is fighting June 15th. I will be at that fight in Puerto Rico. I'm going to try to get as much coverage as I can for you guys on that one. I can't wait to see that fight. Javante Davis is in Frank the Ghost Martin. I heard another date on that. No sooner that I heard that date, I clicked over and I saw this other date up. So I was like, okay, let me see what's going on with them. It was somebody said June 1st, and I was going to say it, that's where I get that date from. But as well, I also heard it change already. So I'm not sure on that. So don't hold me to that. Let me read some of your messages. Let's talk about this, people. Let's talk about this. What the hell is going on? Let's talk about it. Damn. No belt. No belt. Ryan will never get a belt. He's never going to get it. He's just not serious with this sport. What is wrong with this kid? One of the messages that you would not have want to send out was missing weight when you show up with your shirt off. You're talking about my abs this, my abs that, making videos on social media with a scale, days out from the fight. That's not something. I don't know, man. That was not the one thing he did not want to do, man. It doesn't send the right message. Disrespectful as fuck, bro. What's up, John? What's up? All right. If Ryan goes, oh, he'll go batshit. I'll go batshit crazy. If he knocks out Devin Haney, this just solidifies all his bullshit. I think that would be worse for Ryan. It'll catapult him to a different star status in boxing, but it'll just create a monster because this will be teaching him nothing. The right thing is to like get his ass whooped real bad and do some soul searching and see if you really want to be in this sport. Us fans, we're paying money to see these fights. I don't want to see a one-sided event because your mouth is running. It's easy to talk shit. Anybody can talk shit or go through a bad point in their life where, you might have not been that guy. But if you get your shit together, it's like riding a bike. It's gonna like Aerospins Jr. Oh yeah, you got your ass whooped bad, man. Okay. Dust yourself off and get up. Get up, man. But if your heart's not in it, then don't do it. But don't waste our time too, because we're buying these fights. We're paying this money to see you. We're not paying this money for you to go in there and take a couple shots and lay down. I'm gonna want a refund. Yo, it's just, if he goes out there and lays an egg, his career is basically done. There will be no more Ryan Garcia headlining any fights. He would have to like dig himself out of a big hole, and without that money coming in, can you afford to pay a world-class coach if you don't got world-class money coming in for your next 3 fights or 4 fights? You might have to leave your coach. It's just fucking ridiculous, bro. Yeah, what? Javante had a chance for the title. Wow. Yeah, I know, right? That could be the worst thing that possibly happens. I don't think it's gonna happen. I think Devin Haney he's ready to go out there and give this kind of ass whooping. He needs this actually to try to boost up the Devin Haney brand. And whooping Ryan Garcia like this, it's gonna it's gonna catapult him in a different direction as well, and then Ryan Garcia is gonna go down. Because everybody's gonna remember all the shenanigans leading into the fight, all the accusations he made online about kids and witnessing things and playing the Jesus and God role. Oh, Jesus is good, using God and Jesus and all of this stuff. And all this stuff is going to come back to bite him. If he goes out there and gets his ass whooped really bad, which in fact is what I think is we're about to witness a murder. Yo, we're all gonna be witnesses. So when you're summoned into court, all right, they're gonna ask you, what did you see? And yo, I'm gonna be there. It was violent. And Devin just beat this boy. Oh my god. Yo, because it's gonna be a massacre. And like all that shit is gonna come back to bite him. All those shenanigans, everything. So the only way I could see him erasing some of this, he has to give a great performance. Like he doesn't even have to win. He doesn't have to knock out Devin Haney. I mean, what if he drops Devin Haney and then he gets up and they get into this dragged out, bagged out fight and coming into the 11th round, Devin Haney's eyes closed and he's spitting up blood. Ryan Garcia's eye is cut, his nose is broken, and he says, "Oh, yeah, come on!" And we're in the 11th round, and Devin has been down, but he might be up on the scorecards because he's been leading in the jab department. And what if we get one of them kind of fights now? If Ryan can pull some shit like that off, right? Even in a loss, his stock can still go up. You see? So it's really now up to Ryan Garcia. Was this all true? Is he not his head not into this fight? Was he not taking this fight serious? We gonna see it in his training? Are we gonna see the first round and see how green he is compared to Devin Haney and how outskilled he is? Are we gonna actually witness that? You know what I mean? So man, he is an influencer, and because he just got the money, he doesn't care about the sport. He doesn't care about being a champion. Par- Man, listen, you are right, brother. Look, this is just so sad. This is just so sad, man, because there are kids and men and women in this sport that are dying to get world title fights, that are fighting title eliminator after title eliminator, and they're just not getting their opportunities. And here, this fucking pretty boy, right? Mexican Superman here, right? Fucking get an opportunity. Instead of Superman showing up, the boy Blunder shows up. He's not. And then, and then he wants his people, Mexico, to back him up. They're not even. They're like, nah, bro, don't bring this clown show and attach your name to us now. Soon everybody's gonna start to push away. When he had it all, it was all in his hand. Listen. Can we be perfectly honest? Ryan Garcia is skilled. Ryan Garcia has good speed. Ryan Garcia has great power. Ryan Garcia with a great coach, and if he was allowed himself to train right and be coachable, he could turn into a pretty decent fighter. He has an understanding of boxing that's pretty high. But it's one thing to understand something, and it's another thing to do it, right? So, if Ryan Garcia was to really lock in, listen, for example, Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney came up together with all the four horsemen. It was Ryan Garcia, Tank Davis, Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez, right? And out of all those fighters, each of those men became world champion. Ryan Garcia still has not even fought for one world champion. They were all came up at the exact same time. Tio's a champion, Tank's a champion, Devin's a champion, and multiple divisions and shit. Devin got 4 belts, and Ryan Garcia still even has not competed for one world title fight. And the first opportunity that they give you in your first world title fight that you begged for, you miss weight? Really? You fucked around and miss weight. That's what you did. So that you give the organizations the confidence, just in case you lose, to give you a shot at their title because you're professional. Bro, they're not going to want to fuck with you. That just took the bookies' money that everybody put on the fight. That set shit's off. Ryan is no longer qualified for the belt. Like, he's fucking the game up right now. Now, how is that gonna attract betters? You think people are gonna go, yeah, let me put $10,000 on Ryan that missed weight, that can't win the fight, the belt. Yeah, let me put 10 grand on that guy. You fucking up the money. They're gonna, bro, this is not good on a professional level. Ah, yo, man, listen. He fucked up mad money, mad business. Oscar De La Hoya is furious right now. He's got to be furious, bro. Yeah, man, because leading up into the fight, there were still tickets available. The fight had not sold out. What Oscar was relying on was weigh-ins. After the weigh-ins, the night before the fight, he'll sell the remaining of the tickets and it'll pack the crowd, right? You mean to tell me you miss weight the night before the fight? You're not gonna. There's gonna be fans that's like, Ryan, look at he's not his head's not in the fight. Let's go do something else tonight, sweetheart. Yeah, that'll throw some people off. And yo, he fucked up a lot of money, bro, for missing weight. That is not professional. So look, guys, listen, yeah, that does not send a good message. I wonder what the rest of the 140-pound weight division guys are going to start saying. I'm going to go to YouTube. I'm going to start checking it out to see what Subriel's reaction and what most of the people around boxing world are saying about this. I'm pretty sure they're saying similar things to what I'm saying because I'm shocked. I'm shocked. You know, Wansky had to come here and throw a monkey wrench in my yeah. I mean, I didn't even get to see it. Listen, as I've been doing this entire interview with you guys, they still on YouTube have not hit the stage. Okay, yo, it's fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy. That is just not good, my brother. Derrick James is what? Listen, and this is going to reflect his coach, all of it. I mean, Derrick James's stable of fighters is taking such a big hit. You know, he went from 1 year having just two fighters in his thing, um, and having 7 belts at one time. He was the coach of 7 belts. Jamel Charlo had 4, and Errol Spence Jr. had 3 at the time. 7 belts, right? And now look, Jamel Charlo doesn't have 1 belt. He got stripped of all 4, and the ass whooping that Errol Spence Jr. losing all 3 of his belts, he has no champion, right? And Anthony Joshua didn't stick around and win any belts, right? And it doesn't look like Ryan Garcia is qualified to fucking win a belt. So his gym is taking a hit. And if Frank Martin goes out there and gets knocked out by Tank Davis, and they were calling him the coach of the year once upon a time. Yo, man. They were calling him coach of the year once upon a time, man. Everything with the grass was fucking green, bro. Now I don't know what's going on with Derrick James. Yup. Yo, you gotta take the good with the bad, bro. You gotta ride life like a roller coaster, bro. And when everything's just, go bad, or how no matter what happens, you truly just gotta find a way to just keep going and push on doing what you're passionate about. I truly believe that sometimes you can miss your calling, but somehow, some way, you could reinvent yourself to put yourself back in position to do the one thing you were passionate about. You know, and you know this is just alarming, and I'm truly shocked. I am truly shocked. You know, um, a part of me wanted to try to at least, uh, you know, give Ryan Garcia the benefit of the doubt, but it's hard. It's hard. It's hard to like keep, making excuses for a person that obviously doesn't want to help themselves. And Ryan Garcia is not, for me right now, he just really solidified it that he's not taking this fight as serious as, he wanted to portray the image that he was capping and that he was trolling, and that this is one of the biggest trolling jobs that you all are going to see, and that he was just trying to do all this to get into Devin Haney's head. You know, did he troll himself? What did he do? He psyched himself out? Was this so he's getting in Devin Haney's head by missing weight by this much? Is this his tactical approach? Like everything is bullshit that's coming out of this kid's mouth. And it's all starting to add up. And unfortunately, you can only hide behind your bullshit for so long before somebody or yourself is going to be exposed. And I believe that's what we're witnessing right now. And all needs to happen to put the cherry on the cake is for Devin Haney to show up and to do his job. At this point, Devin Haney only has to be himself. He's no longer fighting anything else. Ryan crushed himself. There's no pressure now. Ryan completely crushed himself by doing that. All Devin Haney has to do now is just show up and fight, be himself. You know? What's up, my brother Hector? How you doing? Yeah, man. So yeah, that's just too bad, man. This is unfortunate. It's very alarming. Um yeah, yeah. You know, ah fucking Ryan Garcia, bro. You stupid man, I'm so upset for him. Like, and you know, he got nobody to blame but himself. He's responsible for his weight. He's responsible for his training. You know, you're responsible for all this. And this is your first world title opportunity. And this is how you show up. You know, like I said, do you really think they're just going to give you another opportunity at a world title just in case you lose? You know, look at what you're showing. It's just, no, man, you fucked up so much money. And not even that. Look how long the WBC has been trying to put their belt around Ryan Garcia. Here's their opportunity. Kid, we got you the fight. Kid, you get this fucking belt and we will play keep away with it. We're going to turn you into the next Saul Canelo Alvarez. You will have that belt for another 10 years and never fight one mandatory. All you got to do is win the belt. That's it. It's all you got to do. And the WBC keeps putting him in position and dressing him like the champion so that you're already used to seeing him with their belt. For case in point, isn't he the WBC super? I mean, the WBC silver interim champion of the world right now, Ryan Garcia. He has the silver belt, right? It's this one, but silver, right? They've been making up belts just to try to get Ryan Garcia that WBC belt around his waist. If he was to, Devin Haney would never see that belt again. He'd never. Just like when they stripped David the Monster Benavidez. He never saw that belt again. Canelo Alvarez fought for it, won it, and never looked back. Never gave, and technically, David the Monster Benavidez is the real 168-pound WBC champion of the world because no one's ever beat him for the belt. He lost it for outside recreational drug use, and he was stripped. They've been trying like hell to put this belt around Ryan Garcia. And this motherfucker is such a fuck up that he disqualified himself from even being able to win the belt. Do you know how livid right now the WBCO CEO is right now? Yo, that motherfucker is breaking furniture in his office right now. He's breaking furniture. Here's your chance, Ryan. Just win the fight. Listen, make it a close decision and we'll give you the fight. Right? They were probably prepared to buy Ryan Garcia this fight. At the end of the fight, there's going to be 117, 111 scorecard for Ryan Garcia, and he's been knocked out in the third round. They're reading off scorecards. Yo, blatantly cheating. Like, they were ready to get Ryan Garcia around this belt, and this motherfucker can't even do his part. It's gonna go to show that people are gonna like that's not good, bro. That is bad for business. That is bad for business. Yes, it is. Missing weight like that. Yeah, that does so much. He could tell himself whatever he wants. Behind he could tell himself whatever he wants. He fucked up bad. This is a big fuck up. Yeah, it is. I can't lie. I gotta tell it like it is, man. This is a big fuck up. And I'm not sure what this will do. Maybe the WBA can make him their next Rolly. Strip Eastside Pitbull Cruz, give him the WBA. He'd be the new Rolly. You know, fuck, man, this is just not good. So, guys, look, I'm just gonna make a short video. I'm gonna end this one now. I got a lot to think about. Uh, ah, look, my assessment, guys, don't put any money on this fight. At least not on Ryan Garcia. You know, I guess Devin Haney's a safe bet. He always was coming into this fight. I don't think my opinion would have ever changed. The fact that I don't know what the odds were, and I'm not a betting man. I wouldn't put money on neither of these guys, so I'm not gonna put my money on it. But I'm just trying to keep you guys safe. And this guy is not taking it serious. There's a lot of choice words that I can think of right now, but I'm just really holding them to myself because just because of his unprofessionalism doesn't have to take me out of my professionalism. I don't gotta scoot down, and I'm mad about this, and I got a lot of choice words for Ryan Garcia. But you know what? That's all right. He has enough coming his way after this. Okay? He doesn't need me fucking smashing his name on my platform. And I don't really need to be about that. All right, I mean, I got better class than that kid. I keep it professional. All right. So anyway, brothers, listen, you guys have been great. I love all you guys. I can't wait for this fight tomorrow. Let's see how this fiasco changes. All plays out. Um, and yeah, let's see here. Whatever. I got a couple people saying some things here. I think Naoya versus Nari has already broken $20 million gate at the Tokyo Dome, from when I've heard. Wow, wow, and that's at the gate. And Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, the day of the fight, still hasn't sold out. But Subriel Matias is wrong for talking shit about Devin Haney sales. Yeah. At least they want you to believe that. Or was he just speaking the truth? You mad at somebody for speaking the truth? What's up, Wilfredo? Salud, my brother. Yeah, can we get them likes up? Please hit them likes. Listen, Naoya Inoue is the next superstar. I believe it. I know it. He will come to America. I hope so. Not unless those Saudis take him away from us, because they got a lot of money, and it seems like they will. What's up, Richard? Um, and I just believe that the Japanese superstar, the reason why a lot of people, when they're opening up that Tokyo arena, and they have not had a fight in that Tokyo arena in Japan since Mike Tyson lost to Buster Douglas. It's a very big arena. It seats a lot of people, and you really need to be somebody to sell that place out. Okay, and they see what they have in the Japanese superstar Naoya Inoue. And look at the kind of things and the numbers that he's putting up over there in Japan. Why would he leave Japan? Why would he come out to America to fight at a smaller arena with less people, right? At that time, okay? Time has changed now. I don't think it would be like that now. I believe the world knows who he is. They know what he brings to the table, how electrifying, how explosive he is. He is truly a joy to watch. Whether you like the sweet science or you like the brutality of a knockout, the Japanese superstar will provide all of that and much more. He is truly, truly a unique fighter. Um, and I believe sky's the limit for the young man. Right now, he is currently the 122-pound undisputed champion of the world where he currently has all four major sanctioning body belts: the WBC, the WBA, the IBF, and the WBO. So he is really showing that there is only one king in his division, and that is him. That is it. There's not four kings in his division, or three or two. There's just only him. And it seems that that's pretty much been the trend in his last two divisions, where in fact he secured all four belts in his last two divisions. 118, all four belts, moved up. 122, all four belts, check, time to move up. And on May 6th, he's gonna try, I believe he's gonna do just that. I'm waiting to see what his announcement's gonna be and where he's looking to head, whether he's going to, 126, perhaps skipping right by it, going to 130. Who knows? When we see when the question with the Japanese superstar was the fact that he was 5'5", he started his career at one of the lowest weight divisions, the second lowest weight division in all of boxing, 108. No one thought that this 108, 5'5" Japanese guy was going to do all of this and be where he's at right now at 122. And when we look at his stature at 5'5", a lot of people said that he would be too small for the higher weight divisions, such as 130, 135, and etc., right? But now when we look at the newly acquired 140-pound champion of the world, Isa Pitbull Cruz, which in fact they have him height-wise at 5'4", 1 inch smaller than the Japanese superstar, in which, in fact, Isai Pitbull Cruz is not 5'4", he is 5'3". He's really 5'3". Okay, they give him he's 5'4" on a tall day. Okay, Isai Pitbull with his sneakers on, he might be 5'4". Yes, okay, but being 5'3" in real life, and he's the 140-pound champion of the world. Wait a minute. I'm not starting to look at this guy too small anymore at 5'5". Wait a minute. Tank Davis is 5'5". Tank Davis won an interim belt against Marbar at 140 as well, and he's currently the 135. But he's 5'5". Now, wait a minute. And he's got the skills and the power. Now, I'm not starting to doubt it as much as I once doubted at one point in time him being too small for 130. Men like Sweepy Pernell Whitaker were small-statured men that did have the skills to fight much bigger guys, and their skill and power made up for the size factor. Where that we have seen him come into the ring against taller, much lengthier opponents and fared fairly well. In fact, everyone taller than him, he knocked out. And that's a fact. Okay, so he's got like a 90% knockout ratio right now. And I believe this will be his 9th fight in a row where he fights for more than one belt. This fight coming up is gonna be for 4 belts. He's putting his 4 belts. He's defending them. So he's got to win them back. It's still a fight for 4 belts. His last 8 fights have been for 2 belts or more. And mind you, he moved out through divisions in between those 8 fights too. You see? So it was like he fought a guy for 2 belts. He defended those 2 belts, or some shit like that, and then fought this guy. But yeah. And he has 23 consecutive world title fights in a row. In a row. So since he became a champion on his 6 professional fights, you heard that correctly. And don't act like you didn't hear what I just said, right? On his 6th professional fight, he only had 6 fights. He became a world champion. Since that day, He has not stopped fighting for world title fights until present date. No fight in between, no tune-up fight. 4 weight divisions. Four weight divisions. And he used the champion and the existing weight division above as a tune-up fight. They said, yo, you can take a tune-up fight. He said, yeah, give me the champion. They said, that's not a tune-up fight, that's a champ. He goes, I know. I'm gonna make his ass look like a tune-up fight. Ain't none of these champions on my level. He didn't say that. I said that for him. All right. Because he's so damn humble that he's not gonna say that. He's like the Tom Brady of boxing. He truly is. Right? But he's a fucking killer. He is a killer. Make no mistake. And he can put up that smile and that little pretty fucking face can fool somebody. It sure will. If I ran into him in a dark alley and he told me to hand over my wallet, listen, little China man, listen, and I don't want to be disrespectful, right? But that's how it would be in the alley, though. I'm role playing my reaction in a dark alley, that. So I'd be like, listen, before I punch your head straight through that wall, right? Go that way. Yo, the next thing you would see would be him walking out of the alley with my wallet. And I'd be the guy that asks for lumps. They're like, how many lumps do you want? Ooh, I told them 5. Right? He'd bubble me the fuck up in that alley, right? Yo, he would shock me. I would underestimate him so bad, right? Yo, give me back my IDs, bro. At least give me my IDs. Take the money, but throw me my IDs. Yo, he would probably rock me, right? So, because I would have never thought he would have been this kind of fighter. Like I said, when I first stumbled upon him, they were like, hey, check out this Japanese dude. Japanese, come on. And come, man, those guys do good over there. Boy, did he fucking really fast make me a believer. And with fight after fight after fight, it was just, it was apparent. It wasn't this Ryan Garcia bullshit that we're about to witness. That's the beautiful thing about him. There's none of this kind of shit. We know he's going to kick ass. Can anybody stop him? We already know who he is now. The way he stretched out Payano in the World Series of Boxing, that was incredible, right? Payano shit like this, bro. You gonna give me that? You think I'm not gonna take that weak ass? Yo, Payano, you could actually see his soul just come right out of him. Right? Right? Yo, Jason Maloney was one of the slickest knockouts. And I watch it today and it still surprises me. That's when you know a knockout's good. When you already watched the knockout and you know what's going to happen and it still surprises you. That's when you know that's a good one. That's a good knockout. Like the other night with Justin Gaethje and Max Holloway. That was an exciting knockout. Max Holloway, he points to the ground, 10 seconds on the clock. They slugging it out. And I'm like yelling like, Max, don't, no, you're stupid. He's winning the entire fight. He was up 4 rounds to me. Why give Justin Gaethje an opportunity to knock you out? Like all you had to do was run around with your hands up. The fight was over. Yo, my man said, pointed at the ground. He called this shot. He was like, let's go right here. Boom, boom, boom. Them 2 men started going at it. He caught him. Those kind of knockouts, like really like, in combat sports, you remember them. Like the other Japanese rising superstar, Junto Nakatoni, knocked out the other Maloney twin. That was fucking brutal. That was a oh my god, bro. The way the punch echoed. And I'm not even there. I'm watching it from fucking, TV. And you can just see, that punch took 5 years off Maloney's life. You can't get hit like that by a professional that clean. You're not supposed to get hit like that. For God's sake, you're a professional boxer. You're trained to avoid punches, not to put your face to block the punch the way he did. Yo, full-fledged walked into that punch like bam. It was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. So, you know, those are the exciting ones for me, brothers. What up, John? You want to go to Japan too? Me too, bro. Yo, don't forget to take me with you. Yo, we fuck around, get out there, lose our passports, be prisoners in Japan. We have to work in Nike sweatshops and shit, me and you. They'll call us round eye. You know, we'll be in the back gambling. You know what I mean? Our roommates will be rats. We'll be wearing the same clothes for weeks, maybe a year. We'll be skinny as hell. You know what I mean? But we'll learn karate, kung fu. Me and you. They'll put us to fight against other people. You know what I mean? Yo, some real movie shit. You know? Here goes Ryan Garcia right here as I was like messing around, killing some time too. Because I really want to watch this still. And they still haven't got out to the thing. Ryan's talking shit, going out to the scale. And in his mind, he has to know he missed weight. He's gonna smoke a lot of them dudes, bro. You watch and see. Hold up right here, real quick. Come on, just walk in the fucking thing. I want get on the scale already. He's like standing on the steps in this blue shirt. This is when the weigh-in, I guess, was occurring and everything that's already occurred that you guys know about. Oh my god, bro. This is fucking just stupid, bro. I didn't think this was gonna happen, man. And I knew it. I said to myself, usually I'm on point with everything. I wouldn't let nothing go over my head. I was like waiting at 2 o'clock. But I was like, yo, man, New York City. I had things I was doing. Come on, man. Hurry up and show this shit, man. I should just log off and go to another. They probably already showed it on another site. I just stood faithful to this one. I don't know why. Oh, this is fucking ridiculous, bro. Where is it on YouTube? Let me see this shit. Let me see this before I put this live. Because this is like really pissing me off right now. He's dismissing his actions for Devin Haney fight. But no Harpington. Oh shit. Suck this. Come on, man. This is stupid. Why is there nobody? 1.6 million to Devin Haney for missing weight. This is fucking dumb. All right, guys, listen, man. I'm just gonna end this. I already know the results. It's all over YouTube. All right, listen. We'll talk. We'll tune in Saturday, fight fans, and we'll see where we go from here. Love you guys. Peace. This is ridiculous.